Hello everybody, a very warm welcome to Old Trafford. The round of 16 awaits Manchester United and Arsenal. This could be a big one for United. Arsenal as well top the group. In Group B, Liverpool failed to beat Arsenal on match day 1 at the Emirates, and City, we now know, are knocked out. So the last Manchester club in the competition. Let's see how this turns out. Well, it does feel like a game where this could go either way. Ruben Amorim has decided to experiment. We can see a new formation, potentially a back four tonight. Lewis, Corsby, Dalot, De Ligt, Lioro and Mazraoui in the defence. Mainu, Fernandes and West in the midfield. Cunha, Sesko and Mbomo on the up top for Manchester United. A whole new front three this summer. West moving into the midfield. The keeper stays the same from the group stage, but it could be a bit of excitement for Manchester United. Arsenal, on the other hand, have made signings that they know they need to strengthen the areas, the places and the bits that were missing from last season, especially strength and depth. And Arsenal have finally got their man up top. So then, Mikel Arteta, David Raya starts in goal, with Odegaard taking the captain's armband. Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba and Timber the back four. Rice, Zubimendi and Odegaard in the midfield. Trossard, Gyökeres and Saka up front. Gyökeres making his first Charity Cup start. Well, some debuts in the Charity Cup here tonight as well. Bryan Mbeumo, Sesko and Cunha, and Gyökeres as well as Zubimendi at the same time. It's a big night for Manchester United, a big night for Arsenal. We're underway here at Old Trafford. Here's Leandro Trossard. West. Bryan Mbeumo. Rice to Zubimendi. Well, this was the opening game of the Premier League fixtures this season, and well, it was an interesting result for Manchester United and Arsenal. A lot of people happy with how it all started on match day 1. It was a good result for Arsenal with their first 3 points of the season. And a Calafiori goal at the back post that Bayindir failed to parry. Here's West then, with some interesting and excitement on the list. Here's Mazraoui, Sesko, very good aerially, and we'll see how this 4-3-3 works out for Ruben Amorim tonight. Of course, it's raining in Manchester, as ever it may be in the middle of summer. Oh, West with a few bit of skill moves already. West, Mazraoui, Bryan Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha with his first strike of the game, and David Raya there to save it. Martin Odegaard. Gyökeres. Wide and far, but a bit too far for Leandro Trossard. Lene Yoro. West. Mainu in the middle. Fernandes dispossessed. West gets it back. Kobbie Mainu. Martin Zubimendi clears away. Spaniard made a move from Real Sociedad right at the start of the window, and a lot of Arsenal fans have been excited to see him take to the midfield. Here's Saka, cut out by Diogo Dalot. Well, one note for Diogo Dalot over the summer was he's changed his number from 20 to 2. I think is a nod to Diogo Jota. who we sadly lost over the summer. Martin Odegaard. Rice. Here's Victor Gyökeres. Gyökeres! Good save by Lewis Corsby. Well, the one thing we did find with the Premier League teams, the All-Premier League affair on match day 1 of the round of 16, Liverpool and City, was it was quite a cagey affair. Not many shots, and it was a controversial penalty given by the referee to give Liverpool the lead. Trossard. Mazraoui knocks it behind for a corner in front of the Stretford end. Well, who do you look for? What do you do if you're Arsenal? Rice with the corner. Knocked in, and Victor Gyökeres knocking it down for Saka. Good play from Arsenal here. Odegaard. Rice trying to recycle the ball. Gabriel playing it to Gyökeres. Here's Bukayo Saka! Good save, Corsby. What a brilliant save by Lewis Corsby. Here Cunha. Sesko back to Cunha again. And now here's Mateus Cunha down the left. Whipped into the box, looking for Brian Mbeumo, but not quite to be. Trossard. Calafiori. Rice to Calafiori again. Zubimendi and Rice playing it around the midfield. Calafiori's there too. Gabriel. Well, Arsenal have one of the best defences in the Premier League last season. It was attack that let them down, and now I think they've found their man in Victor Gyökeres. It hopefully will change for them. Here's Cunha playing out, and Saliba. And that's the half-time break at Old Trafford. Well, Manchester United have had the chances. Arsenal too. Going closest through Bukayo Saka, but maybe we'll see a bit from this Portuguese duo in the second half. But at a rainy Old Trafford, Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0, half-time, here in the round of 16. Here we are then, second half underway at Old Trafford, and Manchester United and Arsenal kick us off once again for more Westie TV Charity Cup action. Fernandes into Cunha. United already out the blocks and having a go. Kobbie Mainoo. Here's Sesko. Declan Rice to Odegaard. Well, Manchester United on the back foot now. Rice. Trossard into Gyökeres. Played back to Trossard. Played into Declan Rice. Declan Rice in for Arsenal. That's wide at the mark, and you can hear the cheer go up around Old Trafford. Well, Ruben Amorim, he's had an interesting summer at Manchester United. His first big summer transfer window. He definitely feels like he's been backed by the board, but I think he'd love that midfielder, the profile that he fits. He came out and said that Kobbie Mainoo would be playing for competition with Bruno Fernandes. And he seems like he's gone off on that decision, as now West and Mainoo do fill in the midfield. And well, we know how much West likes to attack. He's scored free kicks galore in the... He scored a brilliant free kick against Chelsea in the group stages. Mainoo, Fernandes. Oh, he had Cunha on the overlap, but Sesko was there as well. But Arsenal just too defensively good. And we are starting to see some Arsenal substitutes warming up on the near side here. I'm not too sure who that is, but I think it might be Martinelli. So Arsenal with an attacking change potentially. Zubimendi wide to Saka. Good keeping it in from Saka. Gyökeres there. Dalot. Mainoo. Back to Cunha. West on his favoured right side. West across it in, maybe. West played to Fernandes. Good save, David Raya. Fernandes at the nearest post. And well, Mason Mount, one of Ruben Amorim's favourite Favoured stars at the minute comes on for Kobbie Mainoo, who must be very disappointed because he was kind of getting into the game a bit. Mount whips it in. Gabriel. Mazraoui. Bruno Fernandes. Raya with a good save again. Saka. Gyökeres on the ball now. Just under 20 minutes to play here at Old Trafford. Otherwise it will be going to the Emirates. Yoro. West. Wide to Brian and Mbeumo. Mbeumo's taking it all the way to the other side of the pitch. Fernandes. Mazraoui. And now Mbeumo's having to track back to position. Mazraoui's got no one to pass to. Trossard picking up the ball for Arsenal. Played forward for Victor Gyökeres, who's onside. Gyökeres. Played back and Lewis Corsby clears up the field. Benjamin Sesko. Calafiori. Mateus Cunha picking up the ball. Now United on the counter. You can hear the Old Trafford roar. Here's Dalot. And that is out for a corner kick for Manchester United in front of the Stretford end. And now you can really hear the roar. Casemiro coming on for Lena Yoro. Zubimendi off for Merino. Now, if you're Manchester United, what happens here? Oh, it was a corner that was whipped over and close round the back. Manchester United making a change. Elliot West coming off for Manuel Ugarte. And it's an unfortunate turn of events, I think, for West today. Wasn't as heavily involved in the game as we all expected. But 5 minutes left to go here in Manchester. And it will be a trip to London to decide the quarter-final place for these two teams. Fernandes. Brian and Mbeumo. Whipped into the box looking for Sesko, but Raya comes and collects. 2 minutes out of time. Oh, I think this might be the last attack if Arsenal can get up the field in time. Played forward, Saka's on the run. Last attack Arsenal then. And it's not to be. I think it's going to be cut out. And the referee blows for full time at Old Trafford. It's a 0-0 draw in the first leg again. And well, Manchester United will probably feel a bit happy about that one. But Arsenal will be pleased with that result. They take... can't get anything at Old Trafford, but we'll take something to the Emirates. Home advantage. But Manchester United will be disappointed. Old Trafford then, full time. United 0, Arsenal 0 at full time in the Charity Cup.